Hello, my little subscribers, and welcome to my first episode of Creep Tales from Beyond Death. Your host with the most, Gravedigger. Hi guys, I just want to start off with saying that this is a big step to me, big step, and I'm just trying to get my stories out there. I do want to give a quick shout out to Scribbler and Scribbler Productions, because they are actually the ones that inspired me to start writing and recording my My Little Pony fan fictions. Now most of them are probably going to be like creepy, gory, weird stuff, but on the bright side, I know that a lot of you guys out there like that. So me being one of the people that thinks there needs to be more of that in the world, I gladly wrote Scribbler a story. She was, I didn't write it for her, but I did base the main character loosely on her. The character has her accent because of the simple fact I don't really know the person Scribbler, so I couldn't really give the character any more crap. I'm at a loss for words. Hold on. I couldn't quite give her the same personality as I think Scribbler has, because I don't know her personality. So, without further ado, let's get started on the story. Because this is now like the 80th time I've tried to record this. Lost in the everfree forest. So before I begin my entry for today, I want to go on record and say that this journal is merely a way of keeping track of any events that may or may not transpire. And with that, I will now be writing what has taken place in the last week that led me to the conclusion of starting this book to begin with. Entry number 1. This day began with my phone going off vigorously, and as soon as I had finished dressing and eating my breakfast, I was greeted with, "Where are you, Blitz?" he remarked snidely. "I thought I had today off, sir," I state, still mildly groggy. "Why on earth would I give you our busiest day off?" I look at the floor. Did I really forget that today's Monday? I asked myself, the answer being greatly obvious. "Okay, sir, I'll be there as soon as possible." "You'd better, or it's your job on the line this time." He slams down the phone, anger very present, so I hurry and get my groggy flank to the station. "It's about time you join us. We've decided to let you take the everfree disappearance cases like you asked, so I think you should start acting like you actually want to keep your job." And, well, he was right. Who am I to ask for a raise and then proceed to show up to the introduction video and the class is late? So I take it that I'm supposed to pack and leave immediately? That's why you're the best. Nothing gets by you, except, time. He sighs and looks at me with a sudden, sad expression, then puts a hoof on my shoulder. "Just be careful, okay?" He smiles very softly and genuinely at me, before looking at my hoof, then at the floor, and taking his leave. I stood there with a look of the combination between confusion and fear on my face. Don't know why, but he looked at me like I was a dead mare walking. Dismissing the thought for more important matters, I gather myself and head home to pack for the travel to the everfree forest. End of my entry number 1. Notes on entry number 1. Nothing special to report on this day, just intake. Day 2 began with gathering the last bit of supplies that I would need like food, water, and the like. And while I did so, I happened to notice a hooded pony standing outside my window. But when I went outside to see what they had wanted, no pony was out there. Odd, I think to myself, as I go back inside to retrieve my luggage. I hope you have a safe journey. I hear a small and slightly shrunken back voice behind me. Oh, hi, Summer Song. I was just gathering the last bit of my supplies, but yes, as do I. I hear that young mares are a large target lately, I say, knowing exactly what I'm getting into, and kindly dismiss myself from the conversation. Later in the afternoon, the travel here from the station, from New York, was fairly dull. I mostly tried to get as much sleep as possible, all things considered. As I arrived at the station, I saw another hooded pony step off the train. I'll be taking notes on this hooded pony. I take my time walking to the town of Ponyville, seeing not a soul on the street, only the occasional business pony to greet me on my way to the hotel that I had booked to stay at for my choice of temporary residency, seeing as I know no pony here. A bell sounds above the door. I'll be right with you, ma'am. Just a moment. The mare that ran the reception desk looked rather nice, though she did look rather tired of her job. It's not as if it's not expected when you have a society based on a birthmark you get on your flank. And if you don't get one at a certain time, other kids will label you with the name Blank Flank, or other names of the like. She glances my direction again and smiles softly, and holds up a hoof, mouthing the words, "1 sec." I take a seat in one of the chairs in the lobby. As she deals with her last customer, I can't help but notice a slight hooded silhouette in the hall upstairs. Is it coincidence? No. I'm beginning to feel as though these sightings are not of coincidental nature. As I reside to my newly obtained room, I observe what looked like the hooded pony going into the room just 2 rooms away. And with that, I end today's entry. End of entry number 2. Notes on day 2. The hooded pony seems to be dressed in a dark crimson, a mask of the same color with some kind of necklace with a strange symbol. Going to need record more records if we're going to have a chance of solving who this pony is. My current objective: find out if this pony is a friend or a foe. Day number 3. So today I awoke and I went to the border between the town and the everfree forest. I got a tip on a zebra who lives among the everfree creatures. I was told that if I want any information, she would be the one to talk to. I follow the masks on the trees to the house in sight of the tree. "Hello, newcomer. How can I help you?" the zebra calmly says to me. As I approach, she's watering a patch of flowers, all neatly growing, sorted by their colors. "Hello, ma'am. How are you today?" I ask, hoping for a casual response. But she simply smiles at me and gestures for me to follow her into her home. And as any normal pony, I was hesitant at first. After all, I don't really know this zebra. I still have yet to learn her name. We pass through her doorway, and all along the walls you see crazy-looking masks and shelving lined with an assortment of potions and herbal medicines. "So, newcomer, what is your ailment? Or is it information you seek?" she asked with an accent that I almost couldn't believe. And I tell her that I'm simply looking for some information on this forest and what she knows about it. "All I can tell you is that this forest has been here longer than I, and I am only here because it is where I feel most comfortable." And so with that, I bid her a fine farewell and left back for the hotel, from which bid me safety for now. Notes on day 3. I didn't mention to the zebra that once again I had saw a hooded pony in the same outfit as the pony that stays 2 doors down from me. So of course this now gives me some reason of suspicion, and also makes them my number one suspect in the kidnappings. So I'm going to start my official investigation tomorrow morning, starting with the receptionist. Or maybe I just need some more sleep. I start my escapade into the forest to explore tomorrow. Can't forget what my original goal is. I will find them. End of notes. And with that, my lovely little subscribers, we are out of time. But, as with all the other YouTube stuff, you probably already know the drill, but I'm going to say it anyway. Please like, subscribe, and ring that gorgeous bell for more of this amazing story. And I know this is a vain hope, but Scribbler, I really hope you see this. I know I'm terrible. I know I could use some work. But I'm sure the longer I watch your stories, the more I will proceed to succeed. Or try to succeed anyway. You guys have a good one.